This is work Dave McLaren and James Hill's been working on as part of a DAF funded project, or Department of Agriculture funded project under their Action on the Ground.
Yep.
And we're doing in collaboration with Western Dairy, Sam Taylor out of WA, and also Craig McKenzie. So what we're looking at is then DVI measures, sends a sensor off down through here, and we calibrate that for the level of greenness to try to pick up the urine patch.
Yep.
And that'll fire, when it passes over a urine patch, that will pick up the difference in the colour reflectance, and that'll fire, and that'll show up here with these turning on and off. And then we set the nozzle to turn off. So when you go over a urine patch, this will be putting out liquid nitrogen fertiliser. That'll detect, that'll fire, and then that'll stop going. And then depending on your speed, you have these different offset distances.
So the technology can also be used not only for nitrogen application, but spraying weeds.
Yeah, and that's where it was originally picked up, obviously in a fallow situation. Yeah, you can pick up a weed difference quite good, and it can be reverse engineered, so you can have it firing on or off.
On or off a green patch.
Actually targeted to put things like nitrification inhibitors just on the urine patch, not the rest of the area.
Yep.
So that's how you do it with herbicides. Obviously, you set it so it fires when it's going over a weed, and particularly if that weed's got a good colour differential or good NDVI difference between it and its background, like in a fallow situation.
Yep.
And you can obviously put something like, say, glyphosate, could just be targeted to those weed areas. But
yeah,
we're looking at how well we can pick up those urine patches, how far differences in there, and it's great working with people like Craig McKenzie and Sam.
And the goal is using less nitrogen fertilisers and greater efficiency on
yeah, the idea is, and also to then say, okay, how much are we saving?
Yep.
And what's that equate to in terms of emissions, particularly nitrous oxide loss emissions. Obviously, if we're putting nitrogen in an area that's already got plenty of nitrogen, it's just going to leach through or volatilise off,
yep,
depending on the environment, and that's going to result in nitrous oxide emissions. So hopefully we can lower that, and not affect how much pasture we've got.